Hello everybody! Welcome to the final day of the Coliseum of Chaos. It's finals time! And I am of course your host, Barney, joined today by... Introduce yourselves, that's your cue!
Well, hello there. I'm Lilia. I am here to represent all the raccoons. You know, we gotta get representation in, and yeah, I'm really excited. Thank you for having me.
Always
Good
a pleasure.
evening. Good evening, it's Isai, alias Dodofish from Chaos. I'm just here to help a bit. It's my pleasure to be here this evening. Observing this final. Gonna be exciting.
It will indeed. Being joined by the illustrious Dodo Thieves. What an honor this is. But
No.
it definitely is an honor, especially as, you know, as former teammates. But enough of that. Today is going to be a very, very interesting day. We have our top 4 teams competing for the grand prize. We have Aftermath, Pure Luck, Aftermath, and Hypno Squirrel. Before we get into any of the team presentations, let's have a quick recap of the rules. By now, everybody should be familiar with how... Drum roll, please. 250 euros worth of Mog Station items, 110 million gil, a host of in-game items, and of course, the best reward of all, a hand-drawn portrait of your character, courtesy of Taro. Of course, there are more prizes as well for runners-up, and again, gonna take this opportunity to promote the amazing artwork that Tataro Toro is providing us. Be sure to check them out. There's their Twitch, that's their Twitter handle. Absolutely amazing. Phenomenal. And, you know, we're really glad that they were able to offer us their services as part of the big prize. So, now that we have that on, our first match of the day will be Aftermath versus Pure Luck. What do we think about these teams with the players present in them as well?
I think they're probably they're really evenly matched. They're obviously we only have really good teams left. They're probably the best we have on Europe here. But those two teams in particular are like really close. They're all really great players, and they play similar. They have a very similar play style. Just most likely a difference in the tanks. Maybe. So will be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they have something up their sleeve for this, but it's definitely I think gonna be a blast.
For sure. With that, let's take a quick look at the teams in question. First of all, Aftermath. very, very, very good players. I'm expecting great things from them. They've had an amazing run this whole tournament. So, and especially they're going to be a lot more evenly matched than they have been previously because their opponents are going to be pure luck. Phenomenal players all around. Very, very excited to see this first game. We do have a neat little thing that we've prepared. We have actually some player presentations to show you. And the one that we will be highlighting today is Mr. Healer Guy himself. Some know him as Spix, some know him as Healer Guy. Let's take a quick look at the feats that he has performed. There you have it. I think once everybody is ready, we will be able to head right in to our first match. I'm very, very interested to see how this is going to go. Oh, it's been a while. I've been gone for a little bit, but the hype has remained. I'm very, very, very excited. I can't even contain myself.
And we have very burst-heavy compositions from both teams if they decide to stay as they are now. So should be really explosive.
And interesting to watch. We have actually no idea which team could win the first set.
It's going to be interesting, and I'm actually very intrigued to see just how it's going to go. Of course, the duo of Neri on Samurai and Seymour on Black Mage is going to be quite scary, in my opinion, and it's going to be a lot better of a match for Yi and, of course, Rivet on that Red Mage. Very, very recognizable, characteristic job for him. Just loading in now. First game is very nearly afoot. We can see the highlighted player before, make like tomorrow, jumping about, getting himself psyched up, I would assume.
What a guy he is. Absolutely insane. If he doesn't die randomly, absolutely insane. So...
Oh, but he will die randomly, and we know it.
oh yeah, I mean...
We are looking forward to it.
Wow, guys, it's the first game hasn't even started, and we're already off with the biased commentary.
No, it's actually fanboying because this is just so much character. It makes him likable, you know. It's a great.
Is that the emotion that we're trying to convey? I do want to point out, just quickly here before the match starts, Neri is going for a much more aggressive playstyle than I would maybe expect here. Foregoing the arm's length alongside the Bloodbath to instead go for feint, so we're going to be getting big bursts very, very quickly. Already Yi coming out with that Riddle of Fire with the Brotherhood going in very, very quickly. Onto Meryl, surprisingly, does get the Phantom Dart, but does pop the Rampart in time. A little bit of a back and forth here. Both Phantom Darts have been traded. Now it's just kind of waiting to see what happens. A Holmgang does come out onto Seymour. He's just barely going to hang in there. The Protect was used on him, so it's going to be a little bit harder now. The Reverse Burst coming onto Yi as well. Lots of back and forth, but nobody's really dying. Resources are being used. A Sleep used defensively onto heal us. Now the Dart onto Seymour. 294 health. Just, so close to holding in there.
And Rivet still hasn't used his Hail since the beginning. He is holding into this Adam, not being scared of the burst.
I don't know if that's big brain or just disrespect. Neri does manage to survive there, very cleanly using the Bloodbath with his AoE combo to heal off some good damage and alleviate some pressure. But now they're trying to go immediately back in onto Yi, it looks like. The Brotherhood and Riddle of Fire active on him. Oh, going immediately back onto Neri, taking so much damage, being home ganged in place as well, and addled to prevent him from healing.
It was an incredibly good protect from Hilara Ilas.
It really was. It saved his life. And the very, very careful cooldown management has made it so that Neri does stay alive, because after all of that, he still had his Chiten available. Looking for another engage onto Neri with the Riddle of Fire from Yi coming out. And the Phantom Dart, very, very good sync. A Foul coming out, trying to do as much damage as possible in an area. The Scourge hits like a truck, but they're trying to get a return kill onto Zac. The Rampart is there, but... maybe a little bit of a lack of focus, and Neri goes down. They're not wasting any time at all. Look at this aggression. Look at how far he's pushed up.
They are not leaving them breathe.
2 adrenaline boxes, 1 on each side. Neri has his limit break, and Zac has a limit break as well, trying to be as defensive as possible to make sure that they don't die and don't lose this lead. Another thing to point out is that the medal spread is very, very good. It makes it so that no one person is a win condition. So even if they get a kill, they're going to need to get at least another one. But Seymour in such a rough spot, nowhere to run to, nowhere to go. The only thing they can do is fight.
With both healers being drained of mana equally, this Wolf Start is really important. If Pure Luck gets this, they might have a chance to keep tanking the bursts and dishing out counter bursts.
Oh, but they're going on to heal a guy. Oh, he was so close! But a return limit break came out onto Seymour, meaning that healer guy does survive another day, and he gets the Wolf's Heart. It's looking really, really rough. A very good cast limit break as well, hitting both healers and Meryl. Oh, they're just abusing the lead that they have. They're so confident because they can afford to be. Now, big damage coming out onto Yi as well, with the Feint Phantom Dart combo, but luckily the team support was there. Protect was not used, however, and Tank Limit Break is still available, so it's going to be very, very hard. The next Adrenaline boxes are going to be very important. They're playing the premier Chaos Feast experience of just tunnel ranged. If Seymour gets out of this with even double-digit medals, I'm going to be impressed. They're trying to...
Ilogai?
Not the
No,
classic.
it lives.
No disappointment in the voice there.
Actually, no, it was very impressive. He managed to survive this burst.
Really well played for sure.
Boxes are
Good
coming up
management
again,
of
though.
contact.
See how they're going to capitalize. There was a tank limit break used during that whole thing as well, almost certainly contributing to healer guy's survival there. If anybody gets another limit break, it has to be Pure Luck. It has to be, because they're on such... Oh!
No.
That was
We have one
dirty.
healer dead and not healer guy.
Oof. That
It
was
was rough.
very rough.
lightning fast there.
But it was very, very well coordinated. Medals are just... Yeah, medals were just lying on the floor. Nobody really cared. They don't really need to care. Now all they need to do is to survive. Again, even if Pure Luck gets a single kill, it's not going to be enough. And getting 2 back-to-backs is going to be incredibly difficult. Neri does have his limit break, but Yi is the one who takes the initiative and uses his onto Neri instead. 30 seconds remaining. It's going to be close. Oh, but there's just no opportunity to use his limit break. He's trying to go for an incredibly aggressive play onto healer guy. He does get it off, but it's just not enough. Home ganged in place too. Damn. The match just kind of ran away from them. Maybe they can get Zac.
The pressure was insane from Aftermath.
It really was. So much... So little opportunity for them to really get back. And you can see from the damage chart that this to me says that there is not enough lockdown onto the side of Aftermath from pure luck. A red mage dealing this much damage almost never happens. This basically means that Rivet was able to do whatever he wanted.
Rivet was free this whole game. I don't think they bursted him once. They were either on Yeye or Zac or Ilagai, but rarely on Rivet.
We're gonna have to get out of the instance very briefly. We should be back in a little bit, but it does allow us some time to talk more about what exactly happened there. Oh, such a rough situation to be in as well.
Yeah, it was really close. So many close calls, but in the end, it all went the way of Aftermath there. Every burst, it just went in the opposite direction.
It really did as well, and because there's so much, just so much pressure coming out as well, and not from a comp that you would not necessarily expect that to happen from. I mean,
This is true. Red Mage is not working very well for pressure. This is more of a burst job.
and especially when paired with that monk, you would expect to see those insane 100-0 bursts, but we saw that like once maybe, and the rest of it was kind of just really good cooldown management and cooldown usage, and especially with how powerful monk is, paired with a red mage that knows what they're doing, especially, makes it incredibly difficult to run away. Having the heavy, having the bind from the red mage makes it so much easier for the monk to actually deal the damage that they want to. We will be heading back in. There was a little bit of a delay, but we're back now. Should be heading right back in. Aftermath 1-0 for now, but I have every confidence that Pure Luck can adapt to this situation. After all, we all know how Neri is. Aside from the big meme lord, he knows what he's doing. So let's see how it goes.
He's gonna have to press tab a lot when he's LBing for sure for this one.
I mean, the first time I saw that, I thought, damn, why is he doing that? Who would ever be thrown off by this? And then it happened to me, and I was like, oh, me, apparently.
Exactly. It's really weird when you look at it for the first time, but it's super effective.
Interesting to see. Neri does still value the offensive capabilities present in Feint. So, and especially because he was not the prime target for most of the last game, it makes it kind of apparent that if Neri can survive without having two double defensives, then Feint is pretty much automatically the best choice here. And we could see, because the one kill that I think they did they get a kill? There was one part where they very nearly got a kill, and it was almost certainly due to Feint.
I don't think they got one actually.
Oh,
They were very close, but
big Sag. I feel like I'm bestowing Caster Curse onto Neri, because I'm like, there's no way they're gonna go for Neri. Immediately all-ins onto Neri at the very beginning. They're still going. He did get addled. The addle was actually very well used. It seems to me like Riv is trying to save addle for Bloodbath to minimize the amount of healing that Neri can get, rather than trying to mitigate the damage. Now, speaking of that, Katsumi is being gone on very quickly, but oh, beautiful Korra core to get out of the corridor. Incredible. Buying himself some time, and especially with all of the tools that Red Mage has at its disposal, it's incredibly difficult to kill when played well. But he's going to be running out of shields very quickly. Ooh. Giving them the runaround like he did, putting Seymour into these bad situations, into these bad spots, where it's... he can't attack, but if he wants to attack, then he's going to line aside his healer. Very, very good movement from the side of Aftermath. Buying some time, a little bit of dart action there onto Neri, but he's sitting pretty. Interestingly, the Protect was used after the dart, so this is almost certainly something that they're going to capitalize on. Now Pure Luck trying to get a kill onto Yi, but everything's just there. The Riddle of Earth, the Protect, the Nascent Flash.
And the Adder from Rivet.
And the Adder.
Oh, Mary. Everything was used on this dart burst.
Oh, this is big.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, you can do better than that. 30 seconds until culling time. We'll see what happens. A lot of these home gangs that I'm seeing onto Neri are very good preventative measures. Yi taking a lot of damage, especially with that Phantom Dart. Managing to hold onto his arm's length a little bit longer than I would have expected. But he's alive, so I guess it worked. Ooh, a very, very early limit break coming out. And now, I think Neri wanted to try and go for it. He might try and go for it here, especially since it's culling time. This is a very, very dangerous situation. No limit breaks on the side of Aftermath, but Neri has his limit break. And culling does affect the damage from that. He's doing it! He got it off! Who's it on? Oh!
And we're back to even. Wolf's hard in 14, 13. So really important here.
What a timely kill.
Healers being out of mana, that's gonna be rough without forfeit for them.
Oof. Still, for all those playing bingo at home, you can tick off the box where it's melee limit break from Africa. So, you know, stick around. You might get an extra prize. Another limit break coming back out, but immediately perfectly healed off from Helos. I didn't even see the damage register from the limit break. Now Yi getting gone on again. The Protect is used, but ooh, the Embolden's coming out as well, so they're gonna look for a very, very aggressive play onto Helos. It should be noted that even though that's rough. That's really rough.
Really rough, yeah.
Even though
as a healer, I can completely empathize for healers. He had no resources left. It was really rough for him.
It really was. And even though they managed to get the kill onto Rivet before the Wolf's Heart spawned, Healer Guy was still the one that got it for himself. So it's just a really rough spot. And because of the pressure that they were able to dish out while Helos was still down, Seymour was just ran completely dry. You can see.
On a positive note, though, Helos now has mana again, which is still really grim.
It's big brain time.
It's definitely a game of Wolf's Hearts. Those two last games. Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, he's going down really, really low, but he is managed to. He does manage to stay alive there. Pretty good rotation of cooldowns there. The amount of trust that Yi is putting into Healer Guy is very, very noteworthy, I feel, because a lot of times people don't put this much faith in their healer, and honestly, for good reason, because most healers, you shouldn't put your faith in most healers, let's be real. But in this example, it worked out incredibly, incredibly well. And again with the really, really good medal split. The one target that they can go on to make this, to get back to 400 is Zac. If they can kill Zac, they can take this to sudden death. But it's gonna be really hard. And they know it, and everybody knows it. You can see that the Phantom Dart went onto Zac, but so did the Protect. It was perfectly timed. Beautiful caster limit break, hitting 3 people. This is gonna make Healer Guy's job much, much harder. The feint onto Healer Guy, they're actually gonna try and... maybe they were trying to go for a 2-in-1. This culling time is very, very dangerous.
Oh, LB coming out.
Ooh, it's onto Zac. It's so low. 5 seconds remaining.
5 seconds left.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my. Oh! Oh my god. god!
Incredible healing from Healer Guy and Zack here.
An absolute game of Wolf's Hearts. Oh my god.
100%. And it's I think another thing that's really impressing me is the damage that Healer Guy managed to output in that match. 94k? While having to deal with that kind of strenuous situation is very, very impressive.
Just a little bit.
If you didn't notice, after healers were respawned, Healer Guys was already full mana. For yeah, half of the game it was actually full mana.
Oof.
Yeah.
Really
it's
rough
very
situation
impressive.
for Pure Luck here. They really need to pull something out here. And it's a really, really tough situation.
I might say they just need a little bit of luck now. Just a little bit of luck on the Wolf's Heart. Then this is all doable. It's so close. It's so incredibly close on every burst.
Indeed, but especially when both teams have this down to a fine art of securing objectives like this. And for the newer players as well, or for people who might not be as familiar with Feast, securing objectives and being able to secure objectives is the difference. Is a very, very big difference between being just good at Feast and being great. And especially when the whole team knows what they're doing. They're not wasting any time going immediately onto Healus with the full force. But Healus manages to survive and keep Protect available. Very, very good back and forth from both teams here. A lot of additionals forced out. Reprisals from both sides gone. Rampart from Zack gone. Used on that Shake It Off. And Katsumi, no Addle, no Mana Ward. This is going to be very, very rough here.
If they can survive the counter burst, that is.
If
see more.
Indeed, indeed. The Phantom Dart is there, but he's dancing around walls pretty well here. But the Addle comes out onto Seymour, preventing a fair bit of damage. I think that was a very, very timely Addle. If Katsumi didn't do that onto Seymour, he might be dead. He might have been dead.
For sure.
Ooh, but he's going quite far in. Needs to be careful. A very, very good sleep there, but yeah, it's broken almost immediately. It's always very annoying as a Black Mage when you get a great sleep, but it's immediately broken. And now Healus getting burst again. They don't want to let him breathe, but Zack!
Well, gods can bleed apparently.
Gods can bleed. And if they bleed, they can be killed. Very, very, very well played on that burst from Neri. He needs to be careful not to die himself as well. And you can see the value from that feint absolutely pulling through there. 100%. Without feint, that wouldn't have happened. Now a lot of damage coming back as well. Yeah, Healer Guy is going. Ooh!
Yeah.
Oh!
He cannot follow the damage. He cannot follow the damage. So rough.
No, if Pure Luck manages to get this Wolf's Heart, I feel like a Wolf's Heart advocate this game, but if they manage to do that, this should be game, because Healer Guy is so
It's very, very important. Healus does have a smidge more mana, but not by much. Now Seymour getting a lot of damage coming out onto him. Holmganged in place, unable to use Ethereal Manipulation, but it doesn't matter. He does survive. The Drain coming out as well! I love this ability! Drain is so goddamn good!
lightning fast. Absolute. Every burst from Pure Luck this game, every kill has been absolutely lightning fast. It just blink it and you miss it. Insane.
It's so, so good. This is exactly what they needed. Wolf's Heart coming out. Yee now. Using that limit break. Who is it on? It's on Neri. He's getting very, very low. But he's actually not on that many medals. Usually Neri likes to go very deep, shall we say, with the medal count. But with the team he trusts, he's much more confident in spreading the medals around. He does have his limit break back. It's going to be... What? What? Bruh.
Unexpected.
Oh my god.
Totally unexpected.
They are enraged. They came to play. Oh my god.
Yeah, Pure Luck is not messing around. Woo! And you can see that the healer limit break is still available, the melee limit break is still available. Pure Luck is sitting pretty. All they need to do is kill either Yi Yi or Healer Guy. Ooh, that's an important return kill right there. A lot of medals dropped from Meryl, but there is still a good opportunity. However, Neri is now in the unfortunate situation where he has enough medals to lose the lead if he dies.
Especially with Paint, it's super dangerous not having arm's length now.
He does manage to hold on there quite nicely, trying to get a lot of damage onto Katsumi. He does go down again! You can see he was casting for Cure, but it's just not fast enough. Neri is on it. He very, very impressive. With about 1 minute left, it's definitely a good situation for Pure Luck, but Neri is... Oh my god, that home gang was disgusting!
The million B was disgusting.
Absolutely heartbreaking, this.
Well, it's back to even now. There is still a chance, so but anybody is now a win con. So this is incredibly, incredibly difficult. If Seymour can survive, it should be okay. Ying getting so low and going down! Oh, the overzealous shoulder tackle directly into enemy territory, and he just instantly evaporates. I mean, I'm a big advocate of Press W gaming, but my guy, you've not got arm's length or bloodbath. What are you doing? This is the lifeline that Pure Luck needed.
They have to kill now. They have to kill for the raw game here to still win. 8 seconds left.
Ooh, but it's such a risky position to be in. Helos is going to be the primary target, but I don't agree with that call. Seymour had 100 medals. If they killed Seymour, they would have taken it to sudden death, and I think that Aftermath is significantly stronger in the sudden death scenario.
Especially with a warrior. It's just absolutely insane in any kind of culling or sudden death situation. But,
that was a really greedy call, and I disagree with it heavily. Damn.
Ooh, that was really explosive. Yeah. Seems like the first game, it was just so close all the time for Pure Luck. Now they have managed to sink it, and it's just so lightning quick. It just... the person, every kill, it was just instantly, less than a second, just dropped. Insane.
Oof. And especially with how difficult it was. Like Issei mentioned a little bit earlier, Healer Guy just couldn't keep up. And especially after losing that Wolf's Heart. It's such a pivot. You don't realize how important Wolf's Heart is until you don't have it. Until you don't have it when you absolutely need it, and you're just like, oh crap! I have no mana. This man is dead, and I can just look. I can only look. Ooh, immediately trying to go in for that really aggressive start. Neri almost going down. Katsumi getting very, very low as well. The Mana Ward, Adel, shake it off, and protect all on that. So all Neri has to do is wait a small little bit, because he still has Feint. It's an incredibly... Oh, it's onto Healer Guy. He's so close.
Oh.
But the overzealousness doesn't quite pay off in the end. Seymour does go down with the Adel available, but it happened so quickly, you can't really blame him. Now you have to be careful from the side of Pure Luck. You're behind, but it's only a minute in. It's anyone's game at this point, but Neri had this... Levine and I talked about this wall before. It's really bad. Please don't die at the horizontal wall. It's a really bad wall if you don't know how to do it.
Oh, Neri out in the open. But manages to survive. Onto Zac.
Ooh, but he's
Holmgang.
so low. The Holmgang manages to save his life. Perfectly timed heal from Healer Guy to save Zac's life there.
They're adapting, they're learning.
He's beginning to believe. The preemptive protect onto Neri, actually very well predicted. The burst was onto him. There are still some opportunities there. Meryl doing her best to secure the adrenaline box. She will secure it for pure luck. As long as Neri can survive, this should be pretty good. But the Scorch hits like an absolute truck, and the positioning from both teams is kind of...
Counterburst.
It's the horizontal wall.
It's the
Talk about it.
This is what I'm talking about. If you don't have an out, this horizontal wall is basically death for you. If you're caught behind it. The kill was good. It equalized it. Now both tanks have the excess of medals. Yi going quite aggressively. He does have his limit break. Limit breaks on both sides, both melees. Yi's is coming out. He does get it off. It's onto Neri. It's not quite enough. They try to sync it up as best they can, but they're going for the return damage onto Zac with the Phantom Dart, getting incredibly low, but keeping himself alive with the Chaotic Cyclones. Warrior lifesteal is absolutely no joke. He does have Rampart back as well. So this should be... He should be sitting pretty. It is forced out, but they're still going on him.
We'll start very soon. This is both healers running dry rapidly. It's really important again.
Ooh, Neri getting incredibly low. Oh, he's stunned, unable to use his pots. He does go down, and again, just before the Wolf's Heart. So, securing this is going to be incredibly difficult. Yo!
Oh my god. Okay, that's huge.
Yo! That was
They made it!
Wow, that was actually really well played by Seymour. The Black Mage secure, you can never underestimate it, and it wasn't even with Caster Limit Break, which is usually how you might want to secure it in those dire situations, but he still has it. So many limit breaks is being used. He's gonna hit everyone! But it's not quite enough! He does end up going down. The Protect was maybe just a little bit too late, but again, it's the risk you run when you use your limit break. You're stuck in one place, unable to act for the entire duration of that. It's such a long animation lock. Oof. But they're still in it. And especially because Wolf's Heart is on the side of pure luck this time. Healer Guy might be in a really rough situation, especially when you get a kill like that.
And Seymour survived the burst, so they're in a really good position right now. Wolf's Heart still ticking, still giving more mana, so...
Seymour is in a very unique position now, where he is worth so few medals that he can kind of just afford to do whatever. Because if they trade a kill, if they trade Seymour's life for somebody on the side of Aftermath, it's worth it in every single situation.
As long as he dies in a trade. Yeah.
Yes, in the trade, yeah.
Oh, onto Katsumi again. Predicted this time.
A very good Sorten to escape that. Protect does come out as well. Healers, both healers do still have healer limit break. I think they're just trying to wait for a good opportunity to use it. Now the Holmgang coming out onto Neri. He does still have Feint. And Zac does have, he has used the Rampart for the Shake It Off. He's not going to have that.
Neri has melee LB. Very careful.
This could be big. We know that Zac doesn't have... Exactly. This is exactly what I predicted. Zac, with no resources available, is a prime target, but they're running out of time. They need to make something happen quickly, and at this point, just kill anyone. Just kill anyone, even Katsumi.
He gets LB.
Ooh!
Oh, Neri still has melee LB. He needs to go though. He's out of resources. Bloodbath coming up.
Oh, he's cutting it real close. Onto Yi, very, very close. Oh, 100 in the hundreds of health. He's gonna go. Is he gonna go? He's gonna go down.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well.
Wow.
Really
Wow.
interesting.
Wow. As Big Smoke once said. Oh.
I've never seen a Sam being this tanky without arm's length. It's he takes a beating for 5 minutes and then turns around and one-shots one of you.
How does this man do it, by the way? Look at the health restored on both of the... It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. That was 100% a steal. 100%.
We only had silver scrapes now. We could play it, but it's time for the decider here.
Oh, it's not even that warm anymore, and I'm kind of sweating a bit. Whew.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was quite something. It's a war of Wolfsart. Every team that gotten Wolfsart has won, but it was barely. It was so close.
Whew. Oh, wow.
I need a breather here. I don't even know what to say. It's just that game was quite something.
That was incredible. It's such an unfortunate pathing choice as well to go into that corner. Issei knows. Issei knows that this side of the arena is not good. You have nowhere to run, and even if you're just trying to buy yourself time, ooh, it's so hard.
I don't know, maybe they had a plan of wanting to bait the enemy team in the open themselves so they could counterburst. Maybe it was a plan. But the curling, they couldn't. Healer guy couldn't handle it.
Also, Yi dropping on 12 HP before being healed up to 5,000 before going down there. Absolutely insane. Oh, talking about going down. Seymour being focused.
Does still manage to stay alive. A little bit close for comfort there. He does still have Drain. He's using it offensively, trying to get onto Katsumi there. But Protect is used by Healer Guy. Protect on the side of Pure Luck is still available, so... Well, was still available. Now it's back onto Seymour. Ooh, you gotta be really, really careful. Neri's swaps are quite something.
Seymour playing really well with the pathing there. Being stunned behind the safe wall. Even though it was the vertical wall, that was one good use of it.
Indeed. Oh, but this kind of over...
Resistance! Seymour baiting Zack in the open.
Why do that suddenly here? How does that... How do you even get to this point? How does that happen? How has this happened like 3 times now, bruh?
Also, this is really crucial because this team hasn't lost before. They're now in a losing position in the final game. It's really a lot of pressure.
Don't say that, man. Don't say it. I've done this job enough times to know that Costa Curse is 100% real.
Oh no, no!
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Oh, both staying alive so very close.
A very, very good back and forth. Again, a perfect 50-50 split with the adrenaline. Seymour. Okay, good. We're chilling.
Very comfortable.
Now there's kind of a bit of a back and forth. Neri might opt to... What was that home gang? Did you see the length of that home gang? What? No way. They're so aggressive. They're trying to punish their over-aggression here. As long as Neri can survive, there is culling soon. Oh, that was so huge! Killing Yi during the limit break, making it completely useless. What a tragedy!
Oh, oh my god. Now the only Healer's is almost out of mana. Healer guy still has more mana, so they really need the Wolfstar to keep this going. Otherwise, they might just fall to better like this.
Oh, it's such a...
Oh.
10 seconds till
was
Wolf
rough.
starts. That was really rough. Seymour needs to get out somehow.
Ah, but he's home gained in place. He's almost certainly going to go down here. He's being very, very cautious with that drain. The patience on the drain.
Meryl on the Wolfsart. Does he get it?
Yes.
They got it! Pure Luck again!
Meryl, absolutely insane there. Just sacrificing Seymour, but he doesn't even die.
But he does have Phantom Dart here. What a strange
Phantom
Phantom Dart.
Phantom Dart wasted completely. Onto Katsumi now. LB. Oh.
They do need to be careful here, because if Seymour dies, it will swing back into the favor of Aftermath, so they need to be incredibly careful here. He's getting incredibly low, does stay alive for a brief moment, trying to use walls as much as he can, darting back and forth between doing damage and line of sighting Katsumi. It's a very intricate dance, and it's so very close. But they're just going so ham on him. The Phantom Dart, the Protect is there as well. The Addle is still available, and the Drain. Please use Addle, please use Addle, please use Addle. He held on to it, and he's... What is happening? What is happening?
It's this wall again. No.
Zach, no. Zach, no. Oh my goodness.
And no one
Speed and
knows
Earth.
the position
Oh
anymore.
my god. Wow. Wow. The Cometeor's coming out.
Seymour.
Pretty good. Does hit Seymour.
Yeah. It's really the rough spot for Seymour here. Oh yeah. Oh. How is he
How's
alive?
he alive? Healers is just on it today, and he still has Protect.
Why are Black Mage allowed to wear Kevlar below their robes? What the?
Wow.
So Christian's still going down on Seymour.
It's very, very good. I don't know what happened, but something has changed. The dynamic is different now. That was... Ooh, that was unlucky. That was so unlucky. A failed ethereal manipulation. He clipped directly into the wall and didn't... And it just did nothing for
Antoneri
him.
needs to be careful. Healer's running out of mana again. It's really rough.
It is
1 minute.
definitely rough. But the tank LB does come out from Merrill, buying themselves some amount of time. They really, all Pure Luck needs to do is alleviate the pressure, try to get as much damage as possible onto anyone.
Onto Zach again.
Ooh. They're holding in there. Oh my god, this is going right down to the wire, guys.
Oh,
Home gang in place. Oh, it's coming out! No! He's still alive! How?
This team is just
He lost
so
literally
tanky.
0 mana! Oh
20
no!
seconds.
Run!
20 seconds.
Run! Run! The Phantom Dart, the damage! 12 seconds! 10! 9! 8! The Sultan coming out!
Is this Mario Karting at this point?
4 seconds!
No!
2!
Oh god!
They take it!
They still made it!
God.
Oh!
God!
So intense!
Yo!
That was quite literally pure luck in the end.
Oh
Oh my god!
god!
Such a game! Oh my god!
Oh my god! I couldn't have asked for a more perfect end to this first match, by the way. First match, by the way. There are 3 more, at least.
I am completely spent.
This is only the beginning.
Oh, wow. 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 How do you get that good? How do you get that good? What an amazing, amazing game.
There were some misplays, but every time someone misplayed, it's just 10 times great plays again. It's insane. Every burst is so clean, both sides. There is no shame in losing here, honestly. Even though it was really heartbreaking this last one now, but the last 2 actually. But it was really, really, really great.
Okay, wow. Let me just stop the shakes from just witnessing that. I can't even imagine what what that feels like. Oh, wow, Neri.
What a man. That was... Oh.
I mean,
That must have been
being
an
in that
emotional
spot.
roller coaster.
Yeah, being in the position where you have to make that kind of split-second decision is so difficult. To be able to say, like, no, you know what? I'm not going to stay here. It's not worth me staying here. I'm just going to run.
And he went between the walls, and then Meryl ran up to him with sprint to give him Aurora to survive that 1 second longer. Like Meryl, this game I think is the MVP. Like she got the Wolf's Heart alone.
Alone,
Completely
yeah.
alone. and then at the end, also there was a stun that was really clutch in the last 20 seconds. It was, I just, yeah, that was absolutely insane.
Absolutely. Just.
I was gonna make the point initially after the first two games. How do you counter a red mage? Because I don't see it when it's played that well. But those 3 games now, I mean, they just.
The thing is though, the thing about that is, it wasn't even red mage that they were countering. It was. They just killed Zac. Like, they killed Zac so many times. So many times.
It was in the second to last. It was the red mage, but they found different weak points, and then they just kept getting them again and again, out of nowhere. Insane.
Absolutely insane. There will be. Excuse me. I'm barely alive after that one. Wow. Okay, next game. The next game, please look forward to it, is going to be Aftermath versus Hypno Squirrel. But I really must say that, first, that was amazing. I'm very, very excited to see how much further this goes, and just what sort of games we can expect to see. And especially this next one is going to be absolutely amazing.
I mean, we have already seen one undefeated team lose now, and I mean, you just gotta root for the underdogs now. Both incredible teams, but Aftermath is still undefeated, so it's a really huge task, a tall mountain to climb, if you will.
Indeed, the favorites to win, so to speak. But before that, we will be going to we will be having a short break, and we'll try to be back as quickly as we possibly can, because my God, this is intense. So please, be sure to stick around. There's plenty more to come. It's gonna be amazing. And we'll see you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, but you thought we wouldn't make it, huh? But here we are, back again. So, welcome back, everybody. We are going to continue the final day. The moon is looming over the abandoned town outside. Wait a minute. That's not the right script. Hang on. Oh, here we are. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for joining us once again. We are continuing Coliseum of Chaos. What time is it?
Well, it's cock o'clock!
It absolutely is! Continuing again with Aftermath versus Hypno Squirrel. Especially considering just how ridiculous the last game was with Aftermath and Pure Luck. My goodness, they certainly did live up to their name, Pure Luck. Absolutely incredible. Ridiculous game.
Both teams absolutely insane. I mean, if every best of 5 goes like this, we might need new casters because we will probably just like drop after the second.
Absolutely. Woo! It's gonna be intense. So, before we go over to that, let's take a look once again at the presentations, shall we? First up on the chopping block, Aftermath. Yes, you know them all, you recognize those names. They strike fear and terror into the hearts of many Chaos players. And going up against them will be Hypno Squirrel. There you have it. Very good teams. Very interesting to see how things will play out between them. For our player presentation this time around, we're going to be highlighting the exceptional meme lord, but exceptional player as well, from Hypno Squirrel, Dr. Zoidberg. So there you have it. Very interested to see how this is gonna go. We're just getting the party finder set up, and once everything is ready, we will be good to go. Ooh, what do you two think is gonna happen? How do you think it's gonna go?
I mean, I'd hope for it to be another 3-0. This was the first matchup we had on the first day of COG, and it went 3-0 there. But obviously, both teams growing since then quite a bit. So, yeah, it's definitely an underdog story, this one. But I do believe we will see some back and forth, and they might actually take a game or even the series.
For sure, and especially because I think we were talking about it a little bit earlier off stream. These are two teams who have very different play styles, isn't that right?
Oh yeah, it's while Hypno Squirrel plays exclusively with the ninja of Razio, which is just pretty much one of the only ninjas we have here in Europe, makes it very unique how they approach gameplay and how they approach basically the entire game. While Aftermath does pretty much play everything with all of their great players they have. So it will be really interesting to see what they bring for this specific matchup because well, Ninja is not that easy to handle. Yeah.
Especially as well because of the way that Rasio tends to play. One of the more interesting ways that Ninja can be utilized is the same way that a lot of other jobs can be utilized, which is by holding down the W key. And it's not something that people ever expect because you'd think Ninja is typically squishier than the other melees. So having one run at you means one of two things. One, they don't know what they're doing, which is the majority of the case in solo queue. Or two, they know exactly what they're doing, and you should be very scared. Well, it'll be interesting to see. I'm, you know, both teams have shown themselves to be incredibly good. Obviously, Aftermath are the favorites to win for the majority of players, but we just saw an upset with pure luck against Aftermath. Maybe we'll have something else as well. It would certainly be a very pivotal point in the PvP community's, or like the EU community's history to see Aftermath actually be beaten. So maybe there's a little bit of bias. But we'll definitely see how it goes. Everybody is in the party finder now. Just doing our final preparations. Double checking what map it is. I would be very surprised if it wasn't Crystal Tower.
Or maybe, you know.
Don't say. No one likes Lichenweed, okay? People only picked Lichenweed to troll.
But tree.
But tree. Bruh. Everybody is ready? We should be ready to go in to our second match of the evening. Can you believe it? The second match. Woo!
A really interesting come from Aftermath here. Full pressure. Yeah, it's really unique in this tournament, I think. So
Nami's on Dragon as well. I think if this is the first time I'm seeing this.
It's been a while since I've seen Nami on Dragoon. And I'm scared. I'm scared for the side of Hypno Squirrel.
The secret weapon coming out in the final round, so
there's a little bit of a you might see on stream right now. There's a little bit of a scoreboard issue. Hypno Squirrel apparently is already in the future as the victors. Don't know how true that'll actually be. But for now, rest assured, it is still 0-0.
Oh man, we leaked the script there, didn't we?
Damn it! I knew I should have placed the script in a safer location.
Man.
Man, everybody's gonna know. Rasio is rocking that Feta ward this time around. Let's see how it goes. Opts not to go for the hide start, probably for the best, because especially against Dancer Dragoon, they're immediately gonna cancel that. Feta ward already used. Out with the Bunshin, trying to get as much damage onto Nami as possible. It's very interesting to me to see Nami taking up the very similar positioning that they used to when they play Black Mage, which is directly in the enemy's corridor.
It's just another range, you know, it's
It's just another ranged. Kind of is, though. Rasio is on a even though Ninja can run at people, it is a significantly weaker defensively job. Once you're out of defensives, you're really easy to run down, and especially against Dragoon. Dragoon is definitely Ninja's worst matchup. They can full-on run at you, and you can't really do anything about it. So it really becomes a lot more of a focus on the team play. But Rasio, ooh, stunned and silenced. Incredible CC chain. He literally couldn't do anything. He had to just stand there and take it. Now Ali getting incredibly low. Almost dying, literally pixels worth of health.
2 digits there, incredibly close.
Luckily, Aftermath wasn't able to get a follow-up kill, so it is still anyone's game at this point. It was just before culling happened. The bind from Unhu is very good onto Ali, preventing at preventing Ali from ethereal manipulating away. Nami was very, very close to death, but just barely held on. Very good healing from Taru there. Now it's a bit of a back and forth. This horizontal wall, this damn horizontal wall, I swear, it's going to be the death of me soon enough.
For Feast 2.0, just remove it, just like blank slate, nothing.
I mean, it's good that it's there, but it's hard, it's incredibly hard to use. And especially because if you can't predict how your teammates are going to move, it's going to be rough. Both adrenaline boxes did go to the side of Hypno Squirrel. Nami getting incredibly, incredibly low. Ratio does commit a fair bit to that. So he's going to need to be very, very careful. Bunshin coming out as well. Seems like it's going to be going towards... it's going to be used for building gauge. Ali does get Protect used on them as well, but now it's going to be kind of rough. A very early tank limit break coming out from Dr. Zoidberg. He does pick up the second adrenaline box there. And especially it's very useful in the culling, but it was used quite early on, and now Ali is just going to go really, really low, maybe. But the limit break onto Unhu. Ooh, it's so close. Both sides, incredibly, incredibly close. Wolf's Heart spawns during all of this. The raw destruction from Nami. If this goes through, it's almost certainly not death. Incredible healing from Sein Len, but it was so close. So, so very close. They held on for a very, very long time. Just wasn't quite enough. And the Wolf's Heart, luckily, does end up going to the side of Hypno Squirrel. They're going to need all the help they can get.
Oh, that was so incredibly close. It's the same as in our last best of 5, where it's just when the team that's losing is like almost killing every time. It was double digit twice now.
Oh, it's so hard. It's one of the things that you have to be careful of with the ninja, especially, is you never really can tell when they're going to burst, because Bunshin is not a really good indicator, but unfortunately, Ratio does just end up going down. It's such a rough spot as well. The Temperance was active for the side of Hypno Squirrel as well, but it just wasn't enough. I really do want to point out that Unhu's silences and binds this game have been absolutely phenomenal. The peel that he provides for the side of Aftermath is absolutely disgusting.
Not allowed to do anything.
It almost... Unhu is playing this well enough that he's almost making it look like trolling from the enemy team. Ratio goes in, dies, still has arm's length. It's not his fault. He just got silenced at the worst possible time for him. Adrenaline boxes were picked up again. They're just going for him again because they know that Ninja is very abusable, especially against Dragoon Dancer. Trying to chase them down is going to be incredibly, incredibly hard. Fetter Ward is used, but is it really going to amount to anything? A stun was used into Ratio, though, during that Fetter Ward. They need to try and get as much as they possibly can. If they maybe get Taro, then maybe they can get a follow-up kill, but Aftermath is so good at playing defensively here. Taro's going to Narnia.
He's playing the Nari strat there.
Though, to be fair, at this point, they can probably afford it.
Yep.
Ali getting incredibly low, does still have the drain, is forced to use the Addle. Limit Break coming out onto Taru, getting incredibly low. But a late Phantom Dart coming out as well. If that was maybe a little bit better synced up, Taru might have fallen there. Ooh, but it's so rough, and now the range Limit Break onto Ali, hitting 3 people! 3 people. What a Limit Break. With only 4 seconds left, there's really not much that Hypno Squirrel can do. A very convincing first game to Aftermath there.
Frequent weapon comes out and it works. The Dancer, insane.
Oof. And especially looking at this damage chart, you can it paints a picture better than words can. The sheer difference in damage between the two teams, and it's not for a lack of trying either. Ratio just wasn't able to do much of anything at all, and especially when you stifle a ninja, you have to play for the burst in this comp, and it's really, really hard to do that, especially against the team that is as seasoned as Aftermath, and also with their specific comp.
Oh yeah, Ninja really excels in chaos, and if Aftermath plays such a controlled and defensive game in the end, there's just no way. They have to run into them, and then he just gets like blinded, silenced, and dies. There's nothing he can do there. So I think he needs to try to fake more. He needs to bait out defensives and then catch someone off guard.
It is especially hard though against a dancer, because the Fan Dance 3 lasts for such a very long time, and you might not think that 10% damage reduction for 15 seconds sounds like a lot, because it isn't. But then it also is, depending on who you're playing and how your game plan is. It can have an astounding effect on just how much damage you actually manage to get off. Here though, a very powerful start with a technical step, hitting Nami and Unhu as well with the buff. Very, very aggressive start, trying to go into Ardo, but Ardo, excuse me, is forced to use that ramp up. He is in red drawn junction, and I think that goes to show just how aggressive they are. Using the debuff as well, very carefully. Zoidberg also in red drawn junction, because he knows that he's going to need as much help with the Auroras as possible. The 10% healing increase is going to help his teammates out a lot. So he's going to try and stay in that as much as possible. Bunshin coming out. Protect was used from both sides. Nami going incredibly low, but just barely hanging in there. Just barely hanging in there, question mark? Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. Adel was used onto Nami as well to try and delay some of the burst. But now Ratio having...
Oh!
Okay!
Now
right.
we're seeing the bursts connecting. No 12 HP survives anymore. They're really dangerous, and they are indeed connecting this time.
And one of the things that Ninja especially excels at, having a second execute in addition to smite with that assassinate, that also resets on takedown, by the way, makes it incredibly difficult in some cases to actually defend against the ninja burst. A coordinated ninja burst could very well be unseeable, but they're going immediately back onto Nami, not letting them breathe at all. The arm's length is forced out, and as well as the bloodbath, so they could actually come back onto this so long as Ratio doesn't die. He's staying in there. Defensive ill wind, the AoE silence onto Ardo there to try and buy himself some time. You can never underestimate, as we saw last game from Meryl, you can never underestimate the damage that a Gunbreaker can do just on their own. Ratio going down so very low, but the Shikuchi out of there. Very, very good escape from him. Ooh, trying to go into Unhu there. But Ratio so very low, and it's just not enough. I like the plan that they're trying to go for here. The ranged limit break does hit both Zoid and Signline, so this is a very, very dangerous spot, especially for Zoidberg. He does still have ramp up, but being in red drawn junction makes it quite risky in case they decide to go on him. We're back to even. Wolf's Heart in about 15 seconds. This is going to be very, very important. Ardo getting incredibly low. Ooh, just barely managing to hold on there. Good save from Taru, and keeping the Protect available for the next burst.
Wolf's Heart?
Unhu flubbed the tech step. He could have secured that really, really easily, but unfortunately it was used too early. So Hypno Squirrel once again get that Wolf's Heart.
Unfortunate there.
Especially in these kinds of games where, for the side of Aftermath, your pressure is everything. So Taru's mana right now is weeping. Not that Signs isn't either, but at the very least, Wolf's Heart is there for at least a little bit of a buffer. But Ali getting incredibly low, forcing out the healer limit break from Signland. Bit of a rough spot. But double limit breaks available for the DPS from the side of Hypno Squirrel. Nami also has their limit break, and Taru still has a healer limit break. It really is anyone's game, and with culling time starting, the longer this goes, the scarier Ratio gets.
Oh my god. Onto both ranged, LB coming out.
Ooh, it's very, very close.
Ratio still assists.
This is going to be very, very close. The Feta Ward is there. He knows how to use it. So close, but oh, a very, very well timed heal limit break from Taru there. Ali doing their best to survive here. The Ethereal Manipulation is on cooldown right now, so they have to be careful. But it's already culling 3. The Phantom Dart coming out. Unhu getting incredibly low. And this is what I was talking about. Ninja in culling is terrifying because the double execute scales so much faster than any other melee's tools.
They even get another pot, so they might get another LB of some sorts. Maybe tank was used early, I think. So that yeah, exactly. So it picks it up.
This is a very, very good situation, and I especially love the fact that Ratio has probably asked not to pick up medals. Because Ninja, it gives him so much more freedom, and especially with the amount of time left, it essentially forces all of the attention onto one of 2 people, which is either Sign Len or Ali. They're going for Sign. An okay cast limit break. It does hit Nami and Ardo, so they might try to go on to Ardo here. As long as nobody else on the side of Hypno Squirrel dies, they should be okay. Ratio can afford to die, but they're not going to go for him. There's no way. Oh, the bind into the ranged limit break. Oh, it's so close. Are they going to tie it up? 25 seconds remaining. Ali, can you survive? A very... Oh, good Ethereal Manipulation buying some time, but they will go down.
The bind absolutely crucial there. Now it comes down to who gets melee LB first. Now, Razio, I don't think...
Oh! Ah, he gets deared. Unlucky.
But that's a lot of mana in this late stage expended for Adia. So it's Taru's completely Sign still some mana.
That was such a really well-timed burst. If Sign wasn't ready for that, Ratio would be dead 100%. And now Unhu has to run. This is such a dangerous spot for him. The limit break comes out onto Ratio. Ooh, that was so very, very close. And you could see him trying to get away from that at the very end. He was close, but the limit break finds a way.
Yeah, that was it was a lot better. The bursts connected in that game. That was really good, but it's just so hard to get some sort of chaos into Aftermath's play. It's just really rough.
It really, really is. And to be honest, though, I'm not convinced that Feta Ward is really helping Ratio. Usually, I'm a big advocate for Feta Ward. People who know me, especially in game, know that I love to run Feta Ward because I think it's actually quite good. But there's a time and a place for Feta Ward, and I don't think that this is it.
Yeah, this specific matchup is really rough. So it's really hard to say. I'd say he knows best, but it's really really hard.
Then again, they did get really, really, really close at the end there, so maybe, you know, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right?
Exactly. Also, it's weird to me that they decided, like, one of the bursts on Ado was really close, but the second one was with everything up, and they just kind of didn't do much with that. I mean, it's Ado, guys. It's not me. You can't do, you know, you can't really do that. It's our do and not our don't. So.
Yeah, another one for the bingo. Unwarranted self-deprecation.
Yep.
Nothing is changing much here. Both sides sticking to the exact same comps as before. I would agree with this. There are a few people in the chat saying, "Oh yeah, go Dragoon Ratio, haha." I don't know about that. I think this is working. I think it's just a case of maybe timing bursts a little bit better. There were a few cases in which a limit break from Ratio was a little less than, you know, the timing on the Phantom Dart afterwards was not great, to put it lightly. So if they can maybe tidy that up a bit, and especially for the times when they did tidy it up, it resulted in some extremely fast kills. And especially for Ratio, like we mentioned before, for the side of Hypno Squirrel, a ninja is very good in culling. And you would maybe want to try playing for culling. But in this kind of a matchup, they're just not gonna let you do that.
Yeah, it's so much pressure, incredible amount of pressure. It's really hard for the black mage to even get to that part when there's two people just constantly hitting you, or the ninja as of now.
A very timely arm's length there, saving his life for sure. The silence was used from Unhu, so the amount of peel available is going to be significantly reduced. Trying to go for a ranged ninja burst using the Hellfrog medium rather than the Bava. I think that was part of a fake out. Razio going incredibly low, but just barely managing to hang on. The Protect was forced out of Signline as well. Now, trying to get a return burst onto Nami, but I don't know, they're just making it a little bit too obvious in my eyes. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough, buddy. Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, Aftermath's angry now. They've oh my god.
Oh, they're going for it. You know they're going for it.
Are they gonna go for the 600, do you think?
I mean...
They're a little bit tickling here for Zoidberg. And he knows as well. He's immediately gone into Blue Drawn Junction. It's a very uphill battle. There's plenty of time left. So as long as Zoid doesn't die, Hypno Squirrel does still have a pretty good shot at coming back from this. But it's gonna be real hard. Ooh, trying to get onto Ali there. Big damage, but luckily managing to survive. It's ridiculous that Signlen just respawned and is already out of mana, basically. The amount of pressure from the side of Aftermath is just disgusting. Now, though, trying to get some return damage as well. If they can maybe do a good fake here, then they could definitely kill someone. Unhu being brave, to say the least, with 150 medals. Then again, maybe it's justified. The double LB Razio on a sliver of health, and it's just not enough. Ooh. Now it's in the worst spot possible, because if Ali okay. Well.
There we go.
I mean, there's no shame in losing this. Honestly, it's just so clean. It's hard to find an answer against Aftermath currently. Just it.
It really is. And honestly, that was really well fought. I think the nature of this kind of just how difficult and challenging it can be to fight against these kinds of players, and especially in a situation like this where everybody's on, mostly everybody is on the job that they play so much and consistently and are just incredibly good at. There is, like you say, there's absolutely no shame in losing this because it's such an uphill battle. But even still, very well played from both teams. Commiserations to Hypno Squirrel, but a very good match, good game for the side of Aftermath. 3-0 again.
Undefeated. Totally undefeated.
It's gonna be rough. With the next match that's gonna be happening is going to be the match for third place. It will be between Aftermath and Hypno Squirrel. And it's gonna be pretty intense, I feel. To think that the battle for third place is gonna be this match, this team.
Oh yeah, I did. That was quite something. That is quite something, I should say. It's probably this game for this scenario I was looking forward to, because now I think Razio will have a lot more of a spotlight to show what he can do, because Aftermath is so incredible at shutting down, especially his ninja there in that game. So that in the next game we will see what he can do with when he connects with bursts.
And I do want to actually point out that in my eyes, the MVP from the side of Aftermath this time was definitely Unhu. Those silences were so perfectly timed, so very well executed, and the range limit breaks were really, really good. They didn't always try to synchronize their limit breaks together, because Unhu saw opportunities that presented themselves and decided, yep, I'm gonna use my limit break right here, right now, and it's gonna work.
And who needs a Phantom Dart when you can burst just as much with a physical? It's absolutely incredible how much damage they can, both in pressure and burst, deal.
For sure. Now, we do have a new feature present on stream before we head into the next match. While we wait for everybody to join, of course, we have a little spin the wheel for bonus rewards. That's right. The Wheel of Fortune, gonna be spun to see which of the previously competing teams get some bonus rewards. Once the wheel is spun, we'll see where it lands. Then, congratulate them, or be really salty. I don't really care which you do. It's your life. I personally am completely unbiased on where this is gonna land. I would love if this would to land on the cyan one for no real reason. I just like that color. But I think if we want to spin the wheel, then I think we can do that. Let's spin that wheel. A secondary spin! Oh, and there you go! Congratulations, Sister Rosaria, you've won an additional prize! I don't know what that prize is yet, but hey, you've got it, so... Be sure to stick around to see what that is later on. It's probably just additional goodies for participating in the tournament, and of course as well, this is a great opportunity to highlight all of the other teams that we've had here. Just, a real big shout out to everybody who has participated before in this tournament. Really, this event would not be the same without the community, so a big thank you to everyone who participated, and everyone behind the scenes as well. It's been a blast. It's not over yet, because the next game will happen soon, once everybody's in. I guess it gives us more time to talk about what else we can expect to see here.
I mean, last game Razio had problems getting onto the dancer, and this game it's really hard. It's going to be interesting to see if Katsumi decides to go Red Mage again, how he's gonna deal with that. Because while Pure Luck was able to do it eventually after 2 games, it's just so hard. It's almost as hard. Like, it's just incredibly hard for Melee to get onto a Red Mage and stick to him. So.
Sure. And especially as a ninja, it's gonna be rough. If last game was bad enough, being against the dancer, being against a Red Mage is gonna be not fun. Alright, everybody seems to be in. And once everybody's, after a customary ready check, we shall be able to head right in.
I'm seeing something I'm very excited for if this goes through, by the way. In the teams.
It's an interesting choice from you here.
No spoilers yet, we're gonna tease a bit, but... And the Twitch chat is just like, yeah, Ado, and but boys, he just won. You gotta wait a best of 5 until he's back.
Yeah, guys, you gotta calm down.
Just change the Ado name for someone else. Just like copy paste it. We gotta come up with new ones. We need content.
We need. I don't think we do. I think we have the content, and it's very good.
I mean, sure, but Endwalker is in November, so
That's oh, you hurt me. Well, everybody's ready. We're just loading in now. Let's go and see just how this plays out. Match for 3rd place between Aftermath and Hypno Squirrel. Somebody has decided to hold and is going to make us wait the entire duration of the Duty Finder. Okay. Yeah, cool. We're cosplaying Alliance Roulette now.
Oh, yeah.
Here we are. We in!
Oh, it actually went through. This is exciting. So, it is the Battle of the Ninja.
Very interesting. He is known to play Ninja as well. It's a bit interesting. I would have expected them to continue with the ridiculous power of Monk Red Mage. But I guess this works just as well. This for the same reasons. Red Mage can bind and heavy people and make the ninja's job of actually going on them much, much simpler. Interesting to note as well, the Feta Ward choice remains on the side of Ratio, but Yi has gone for the Feint. This is one of those examples in which I would say that Feta Ward is significantly diminished in effectiveness, especially, well, specifically against a warrior. Warriors have Holmgang, and Holmgang does not care about Feta Ward. I do still respect the choice from Ratio, considering that there's so much other crowd control from the side of Red Mage, from the side of the Red Mage, and of course the area of effect silence that the opposing ninja has. A trick attack does go on to Zoidberg here. It's just to scare him a little bit. Doesn't really work. It's fine. Addles on both sides. Ali getting the Phantom Dart and the Feint, and just immediately melting.
They are definitely mad from last best of 5. There is no question in that. Straightforward.
They are not wasting any time at all. And Yi, abusing the fact that the Assassinate cooldown resets on a kill, immediately trying to apply additional pressure onto Ratio. Now, gonna back off a little bit. The Bunshin coming out from Yi. Now, a lot of damage coming back out onto Yi as well. The Drain Fortitude as well as the Phantom Dart, but he does stay alive. Good Shikuchi usage. Good Nascent Flash from Zac as well. Now holding Ratio in place with that Holmgang. And as you can see, that Feta Ward is just not helping you there. Ooh, big damage onto Katsumi, trying to get them down as low as possible. Preferably for a kill, but... Oh no, they let Yi get a trick attack off on Ratio, plus the Feint and the Inner Chaos. This is so rough. He almost went down through his arm's length. And now, he's in a really rough spot, because if they go on him again, he's not going to be able to do anything.
Look at the mana difference. They have to kill here.
Ooh, they have to try and kill. He's so low. He got down to 2,000 health. But it's not quite enough. Now, Hypno Squirrel will be backing off to try and secure the boxes. They almost get both, but the melee combo coming out from Katsumi does secure the other one. One box aside, a piece aside. I don't know how to say that. Words elude me today, because it's just been so difficult. And the matches have been so intense. And especially now, both sides have a ninja, so this culling could really go either way. They're going onto Yi with the Phantom Dart. He does get silenced as well by Ratio. Gotta be really, really careful. Protect was used from Healer Guy and from the side of Hypno Squirrel as well. No defensives anywhere. Yi does go down. Ratio taking his dosh back.
And he also has melee LB still, so they could still pull something off the back. Healer Guy using Healer LB there?
It's possibly even. Ratio trying to make it create as much distance between himself and the enemy as much as possible. Good Shikuchi, but he's not the target.
49 HP.
49 HP. Goodness
HP.
me.
Oh, the curse.
It seemed. I think the Fangs have just inherited pure luck's. Well, pure luck today.
Oh,
the Wolf's Heart there.
Good.
Yeah, the Xenoglossy makes it pretty easy to secure. Ooh, a very cheeky Holmgang there. A very cheeky attempt to pull Ratio into the Wolf's Heart, but unfortunately unsuccessful. Sign does get the Wolf's Heart. Desperately needed it. Bit of a miscommunication there. The Phantom Dart went onto Ali, but the burst went onto Ratio. Maybe it was a feint, but I highly doubt that. Surviving pretty well there. It's one of the amazing things about Warriors, that the lifesteal is just incredible. Now, double LB tried to go onto Ali, still barely surviving. Ratio does still have his limit break as well. The tank limit break from Zoidberg, as well as the healer limit break. Now, Ratio going with his own limit break onto Yi, but it's just not enough. The return kill onto Ali.
Unlucky there.
Very much
Something
so.
just didn't line up. The protect not being used. Rough.
But it is such a difficult spot, especially in these scenarios where you have where you are against the ninja in culling time. It can just happen so quickly that you don't even realize what's happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, onto healer guy. Meme. Oh.
Not yet.
Ah, he's gonna be fine. It is a difficult spot though. However, Hypno Squirrel only needs one kill in order to equalize this. Oh, they're getting so low. Katsumi does go down. Oof.
And with both healers still having a good amount of mana now, it's really out in the open. Both teams could take this now.
With only a minute left, usually in solo queue at this time you'd think, it's fine, it's over. But here, with these two teams, it can really sway in any direction. Ooh, what a great Shikuchi. Perfectly timed to avoid that onslaught from Zack, buying himself some time. The Phantom Dart losing all of its effectiveness. Hypno Squirrel does have an opportunity to win here, as long as they don't die. Ratio getting incredibly low. So very low. But he does manage to just barely edge it out. He's going to have a Shikuchi charge soon. He might want to use it. There's a box standing there. Zoid going to get it, hoping that he can get his tank limit break before the match ends. Another Phantom Dart onto Ratio. He's going extremely low. If he dies, it's 100% doomed. The arm's length running out now as well. He's running out of time. Zoid, your tank limit break has to come up soon. Please. So low. The return damage onto Yi. Can they kill him? 1,000 health, just barely. Oh, less than 10 seconds remaining. Ratio, he's just trying to run. How much further will he get? The tank limit break from Zoid comes out just in the nick of time, buying Ratio just the time he needs in order to secure that victory.
Incredible healing there last minute. Absolutely insane. With no mana, somehow keeping Ratio alive. Incredible.
That was very, very well played. In my eyes, this right here, this is the split-second decision-making that really exemplifies these kinds of players. And we had his showcase before the match begun. The decision for Zoid to just be like, nah guys, you're on your own for now. I'm just gonna go collect this adrenaline box because it's going to win us the game. I don't think many people would have the
cojones.
Yeah,
I think
just
is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, the ability to see that situation and go, no, this is the objectively better choice right now.
Absolute team effort there to take that game. Yeah, it's. Whew.
I gotta say that was actually a pretty good comeback too.
Oh yeah. And now they have swapped to Monk on the side of Aftermath, so the ninja battle has been won, a moral victory for sure.
Oh yeah. Ratio retains his title, I think.
Oh yeah.
But now it's getting real hard. Now it's definitely hard. Monk has very similar levels of burst to Ninja, but also can do pressure incredibly well, and is just as difficult to predict as before. Coming out with a very aggressive Brotherhood start, going right in with the Axe Kick and the Riddle of Fire, trying to get a very quick opener onto Zoid, actually, of all people. But he knew. Nah. They're big brain this time.
Yeah, dying with arms rank up. No.
And also Protect not used. It's really rough there. Edel
Indeed.
was used earlier, so.
Oof. My throat is absolutely failing me.
And we still, we still have a final to go.
Oh, don't remind me. I'm gonna die by the end of this day. Ali getting a lot of damage there with the feint, Inner Chaos, Dia, and Phantom Dart, and still pulling through. Very good healing from the side of Hypno Squirrel. And trying, again, the return damage, always making sure to do the damage backwards. But now, ooh, you can't be this over-aggressive against the Monk, especially since Yi is choosing to use Six-Sided Star. There are some Monks who choose not to do that because it delays your rotation a little bit. But the upfront damage from Six-Sided Star is shockingly high. 2,400 at base before even factoring in anything else. They need to be careful, and they need to respect this. It is back to even. The home gang onto Ratio. Trying to buy himself some time. The Riddle of Fire as well coming out onto Ratio. Be careful not to line of sight your healer.
Trading bursts back and forth. It's like two big guys slapping each other, but no one goes down.
Ah, yes. I see you too are a fan of sumo battles. A good decision there to choose that pathing, I think. But
This burst.
yeah, the burst was
So fast.
really high. Signline was slept as well. Otherwise, I think that could have been a very, very good opportunity to use Shikuchi, but it was a very, very well-coordinated effort from the side of Aftermath. They're mad. They're going for it. Another Riddle of Fire coming out onto Ali. The Six-Sided Star is there. As soon as you see Six-Sided Star, that's pretty much it. Monk really can't do much else after that for the next about 4 seconds. So if you are going to use Six-Sided Star, you better hope it kills.
No healer guy meme again. But the wolves are coming up soon.
There's still... that lone adrenaline box is really sad here. Ratio wants it. He wants to get it, but he just can't. It's gone. It's gone.
That
Dodge.
Such a waste. But impossible for them to get it. Pressure
Sure.
is so high.
wolves are really important here. Cyan is almost at least.
Oh, Ratio home ganged in place, especially for the Monk Burst. It's incredibly, incredibly powerful. They still get it. Ali is actually pulling their weight so hard with these incredible Xenos to secure things. Yi going very, very low, but does manage to survive. It is still anybody's game.
Very much so, especially with the wolves on the side of Hypno Squirrel here. LB's both coming out. Oh.
Yeah, that was rough. And while the Wolf's Heart is very, very useful, they're not wasting any time, by the way. The Aftermath is just continuing this pressure as much as possible, going on to Ratio, and they actually will get it. They're out-pressuring the regen that Wolf's Heart can do.
Ooh. That's incredibly rough. Now onto Cyan.
They do hit Zac and Yi with that cost limit break. They need to try and get that back, but it's such a difficult position to be in. Yi going incredibly low, does end up going down. Very, very brave position. What? What was that?
That was just like across the entire screen. Okay.
What are these melee limit breaks today? Holy crap. I bless the rains down in Africa.
That's where they're coming from.
Goodness gracious. It's still anyone's game with 1 minute 30 left. More adrenaline boxes coming up here. Trying to go onto Ali. Trying to get as much damage as possible. Aftermath are opting for the safer option of trying to kill the DPS over and over again. Maybe they might not be worth any medals, but they don't need to be, because if your DPS are dead, you can't kill either. Ali getting incredibly low. Katsumi going down to a mere 400 health. This is incredibly, incredibly close here.
Also, Katsumi with WinCon currently. So
oh god, yeah.
If 125. If they get Katsumi, it's really rough. So.
Well, they're gonna go for it, but if they can, this is why Aftermath are trying to get Ali down as quickly as possible, because Ratio cannot kill without the support from the Black Mage.
Ratio got another adrenaline box, so he might get another LB before the game ends.
Ooh, it's a big if true.
Oh, they're on Sag again.
Oh, Sinus slept. Ooh, but there was a little bit of a missync there. Some damage going on to Ratio when Ali was the one who was Phantom died. Now it's time. Now it's time to be afraid. Monk and Ninja together in culling time. They tried really hard to get Ali, but Sign Len is there to protect his teammate. They're so close. Katsumi getting incredibly low. He knows he has to run, but his mana is also starting to wane. Can they get it in time? Who's gonna go?
Healer guy?
Healer guy? Is it gonna happen?
Oh, no, he manages. He manages.
It's a disappointment in your voice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's sometimes, you know, you just gotta root for healer guy to die. It's just nothing personal.
it's
just
tradition.
You can't have a tournament final round without him dying. There's no way.
You can't
It
break
still
tradition.
hasn't died yet. It
Yeah,
still
I know.
hasn't died.
It's insane. It's like its best performance ever.
It's a very, very close. It's very, very close. As much as it would have been very funny to complete the circle, to complete the meme, to see a healer guy die, I personally disagree with that call. I think that they should have stayed on to Katsumi.
I agree.
I think that they would have gotten Katsumi down if they had continued to do that. But they went for a very, very risky swap, and it just didn't pay off.
Now, with it being 1-1, this is gonna get really interesting. I still think, though, against this team, Feather Ward is not correct. But it has worked once, so who am I to judge?
True, true.
Work against as Ninja, but right now the Monk burst is
Yeah.
way too much pressure.
Yeah.
Maybe they need this extra damage from Fate on Hypno Squirrel's team side.
Oh, this is gonna be a long set.
Oh yeah. And if the final round is as lucky as then you know, as they are, then might be rough.
Clover is definitely pulling out all the stops here, or sign lens, sorry, as they are called here. Memes. A very aggressive start immediately onto Ratio, going down incredibly low. The arm's length is there, but it was quite late. Still holding on to the Feather Ward. Might be able to use it for an aggressive purpose. There it is. Trying to get a burst onto Yi with the Phantom Dart. But the defensives are there. Protect still available for both sides. It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of damage here and there, but nothing much really happening. Both melees going down fairly low, but not quite within the threshold to be in any real danger. Ooh, Ratio getting incredibly low. The Protect is there, but was it in time? It was just barely the Shikuchi to the healer, buying himself some time with that 2000 potency shield, but it's a really rough spot here, especially against a Monk. The pressure is going to be insane. Even though Ali is being allowed to cast freely, it's just not quite enough. Now they're going on to a big hard swap onto Katsumi, but it's not quite enough. They were ready for it. And the displacement to disengage. Now, Ratio, once again, the target. Oh, Holmganged in the worst possible spot.
Oh, can't really do much there if you're saying. It's just really well played from Aftermath.
It's such an intense game. Now, as well, there is an opportunity for them to maybe go onto Yi. He doesn't have his defenses, but Protect is available. The Adrenaline boxes were secured, so Hypno Squirrel should have a pretty good time here. Yi going down to 2,000 health, but just barely holding on. So close, but not quite. Now Ali is Aftermath's target. It's just so intense. Sometimes you just get sucked in and you're like, ah. Oh. Very good ethereal manipulation. Oh, he got it off, he got it off.
He got it.
Yeah, he immediately does arm's length because he fears being gone on. He is the target with the trick attack and the Phantom Dart together. Ooh, but the defensives are available. The Nascent Flash especially coming in, doing a lot of work here. But now the limit break onto Katsumi.
Interesting hard swap, but didn't work out here. And also, same scenario as last two games. Cyan losing the mana battle, and the Wolf's Heart coming up very soon. So they gotta secure that somehow if they can. Also, Culling. Oh boy.
Oh boy. This is gonna be where it gets real intense. Yi getting the Phantom Dart, going down so low. 816 health. Oh, he's still hovering there.
he has melee LB. Oh.
Wow.
Doesn't even need it. Turns around, counterburst, no chance.
Without
and
the
they
blind
lose the
basic
Wolf's Heart
couldn't.
too.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is one of those situations, I think, where as a white mage, you have decisions to make. Do you continue to heal your teammate, or do you risk it all on an afflatus misery onto the enemy? That's what they did, and it paid off for them big time, because Yi was 100% dead if that weren't the case. Zoid going down very, very low. He still has some time to wait before he can go into Blue Drawn Junction. He needs to be careful here. The Phantom Die is still on him. Oh, he still doesn't have it. The Protector's forced out onto him. The Aurora there as well. Barely hanging in there. But this is now a terrible, terrible spot because Zoid has no defensives. Cyan has no defensives. And Ratio and Ali are left hanging as well. Everybody can be gone, and it's going to be really, really close, unless they can maybe alleviate some pressure with a quick kill onto Yi. But it's not meant to be.
Killer guy is having none of it. Absolutely none of it today. Not dying, not letting anyone else die.
Oh, but they're nothing if they're nothing if not determined. They're still going for it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's such a rough spot. The medal distribution is so good from the side of Aftermath. The Hypno Squirrel absolutely need 2 kills here. And especially when you keep being pulled out of cover like this. When Sein Len is weeping for not having any mana, not being able to do anything at all. It's the worst possible scenario where you have to watch your teammate die.
Yeah, bleeding dry right now. No way to run. Nothing to do. No mana, nothing.
Ratio did try to go for the hide, but it was cancelled by Yi. Tried to maybe use some of that momentum to get some damage onto him instead, but a very timely... okay. That was through Addle, so just goes to show you. Yeah, and protect. Yeah. So yeah, just goes to show you, Monk kind of cracked, especially if you can get your full combo out.
Yeah, why can't my solo queue teammate just burst through protect, guys?
Oh, come on. You know that's a loaded question.
But why?
Because they're bad.
Rhetorical question.
Rhetorical question. Ratio in a very rare... Wow.
14 health!
Oh, no.
Wow. But with the amount of time left, it's almost certainly going to go to Aftermath here. He tried it. He went for it. No continent-spanning limit breaks for you today, I'm afraid, Ratio. It was a good attempt, though.
So
and
how can
3, 2, 1. Unlucky Hypno Squirrel. Match. Another game going to the side of Aftermath. 2-1 now.
See, how can you not cheer for Hypno Squirrel when they know they have nothing to lose anymore? They just always go on Hilo Guy. It's just so refreshing to see, you know? You gotta make the meme true. I want to see it at least once. This needs to happen. This is all I want from this match. This can go 5 games, but I want to see one specific player die. No bias, by the way.
Such bias. This was not my intention.
Gotta advocate for it. It's really important.
But here now, it's gonna be potentially match point for the side of Aftermath for that 3rd place. It's gonna be really hard. Ooh, excuse me. It's gonna be really hard. My body is revolting. This isn't even the finals, and my body's giving up. But I will persevere. Ratio here as well. Hmm?
We are not ready for the finals.
No, we're not.
Ooh.
Ratio sticking to his guns with the FETS award.
A man of principle, I see.
A man of principle. So the switch from Ninja to Monk for the side of Aftermath has definitely been going a lot better for them. A very quick... Oh my goodness.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. I don't think anybody was prepared for that to happen.
I see he has been watching One Punch Man there.
Getting a lot of damage onto Ali as well now. Committing the feint. And the Protector being forced out in response. They're really going for him.
Yeah, it's my team. I just really happy with their playstyle so far.
Ooh, but it's so rough. The burst is just so coordinated now. It's kind of unreal. And especially being forced into these positions. Especially having the match start the way it did, having your tank die within the first, like, 20 seconds, it already puts you on a really, really, like, bad foot, because now they can ignore the tank and still potentially 600 you.
Adel being used preemptively, though, by Katsumi, so... The counter burst here, oh yeah!
Very good.
Predicted. Absolutely clean there, well played, and we're back in the game.
Yep. They just need one kill onto anyone besides Yi, and they will actually steal the lead again because of the medal distribution here. Pretty interesting. It won't be a very big lead, but it will be a lead. Both adrenaline boxes go to the side of Hypno Squirrel. Ratio being punished for moving up to collect it. He needs to be very, very careful. About 30 seconds until Ratio can use his limit break. It's going to be very, very big. He does commit the assassinate there. It's going to be very, very he needs to be very careful. He picked up the second box, so he already has it. The Feather Ward is coming out. He's going to look to use that limit break as quickly as possible. Preferably within the duration of the Fetter Ward, but it's not meant to be. He's home ganged in place now with the Phantom Dart on him as well as the Reprisal. Can't even retaliate. Stunned in place. 713 health. Does manage to survive. An interesting bind.
Absolutely huge healing there. Insanely played. But they're again. They need to kill now and get the
he's going for it. They tried, but Healer Guy was ready for it. And now Ratio's not going to have that limit break for some time. If they can even get that far. But now, it is culling time. The tools are there. So, yeah, Sign Len with no mana. This is going to be very, very rough. Unless Hypno Squirrel can instantly just delete somebody within the next 5 seconds, someone's going to die. Because limit breaks are available for everybody across the board. Yeah.
They sacrificed. They specifically went for the Wolf's Heart there. They did not commit to a burst. They went for the box and sacrificed Razio.
An interesting choice for sure, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Especially now because everybody is a great target. When you're this far ahead, you can kind of just choose whoever to bully essentially. And as we've seen previously, they have enough pressure to outdo the mana regen of Wolf's Heart. So Sign Len still needs to play quite well here to maintain their mana for when they really, really need it. And that includes the teammates as well playing quite well.
Adel used early again before Bushin, so maybe Razio can do something here.
Maybe, but the home gang is coming out onto Ali. Yi going quite low. Almost going down, he does.
The adults are off. The adults, they were off both kills. Oh, but I get a return kill.
Ooh, that's kind of rough. Well, Zoid finally back on positive medals, so this is still winnable, but it's gonna be very, very close, and they still need 2 kills. If they kill Noah, or if they kill Zach, sorry, they will be exactly 1 medal behind.
Oh, that's so rough.
So they still need 2 kills.
Healer Guy?
Oh, he's so... Oh, I was so close. It's still so close. Oh, guys.
You're
no.
so confident. Protect and healer will still up.
Damn. Though, to be fair, you need to give them a reason to respect you. It was really... It's hard fought here, especially against this kind of team. And limit breaks are back up. The boxes were secured. Zach has his tank limit break. There it is. With only a minute left, 2 kills are going to be incredibly hard. Unless they can manage to kill Healer Guy, but he's in Narnia. He's well out of there. And Ratio will end up going down again. Even through the protect of Sign Len. You can see, even after getting the Wolf's Heart and being alive this whole time, the mana, the MP is just weeping.
Just so much pressure and burst coming from Aftermath. It's really rough to handle this somehow, especially with a ninja. It's
Oh, limit break is coming out from Ratio onto Zach. trying to get that tank down as quickly as possible. The home gang is used preemptively to try and prevent, try and keep himself at 1 HP. But it is not necessary. The healer limit break will come out from healer guy, and that will secure the victory for Aftermath.
It was such an incredible healing from Sign Lane. Sadly, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, they definitely played. Like everyone in this match, the entire series was played really well. It just wasn't enough. There's no shame in losing this. As for any other best of 5 today, it's absolutely incredible.
For sure, for sure. So, congratulations to Aftermath. You are our 3rd place champions. Very well played. Great journey we've had, and well deserved, I think. Well played from both teams. Commiserations to Hypno Squirrel, but they will also not be leaving empty-handed. They will still get some amount of rewards, and rightly so. I think, you know, for how well they've played and how well they've pulled through, it's very, very, very good. So a 3-1 win to Aftermath against Hypno Squirrel. Next up is going to be the only finals, the grand finals.
The god players versus the gods, really. I mean, they defeated one undefeated team before today, so.
And they redo it. That's the question.
It's gonna be intense. Before we do that, though, we will be taking a short break once again. And once we're back, strap in, because I'm expecting some great things. So, see you in a little while.
I wanna go eat. I'm starving. Make lights pop tomorrow.
Wow. Accurate. Welcome back, everybody, to Coliseum of Chaos. We've gone quite late today. Definitely. Well, I mean, the games have been such high quality that I can't really complain at all. We had some incredible matches so far. We can see that it's been just amazing overall. The matches that we've had today especially were absolutely incredible. Pure Luck versus Aftermath clutched it out with like the most ridiculous finish I've ever seen, with 388 medals to 350 something, living up to their name, getting a 2-3. And of course then Aftermath getting the edge on Hypno Squirrel. And the last match what we had was Aftermath versus Hypno Squirrel for third place. So once again, congratulations to Aftermath for securing the third place spot. Now, it is time for the main event. The grand finals between Aftermath and Pure Luck. Woo, baby! I am looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite something, I think. I think the definite favorites here are Aftermath, but Pure Luck has played really, really well, especially today, and they also got a good amount of luck. So we will see if they can translate that into another upset, or if they are going to crumble under literal pressure. Yeah.
Well. We'll definitely have to see how it goes. There's a little bit of a roster change here for Aftermath. Subbing out for Arme, another incredibly good player, especially on Dragoon. Probably better, I would dare say, better than Nami on Dragoon specifically. So we'll have to see, and especially, the Dragoon Dancer has been working for them phenomenally, so I can kind of understand. But before we get into it, we are gonna show, once again, the teams that are playing. First and foremost, give it up for Aftermath. There you have it, and their opponents in this grand final today, Pure Luck! Oof, some absolutely incredible teams. They've come all this way. They've made it so far. Whew. I'm very excited. Let's see some hype in the chat! Alright. Just doing our final checks here and there. Everybody seems to be ready. We have once again settled on a map. It's Crystal Tower, to the surprise of literally nobody.
A tree map, man.
Tree
Wait,
map.
that was the last game. The tree map.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Neri. He's the biggest meme lord I have ever seen.
Yeah, but they're not gonna do it, because tree map is not good for some people's eyes in his team, so probably not gonna do that.
True.
Still, everybody is ready and raring to go. So, final good lucks. Remember to stan your favorite team. And in we go.
Yeah, for those people with the copy pastas of Ado, now is exactly the time to start again, by the way. So please do so.
We are a bad influence.
I know. We're the worst, actually. But I mean,
Here we are.
Here they come. Chat's full already.
Game 1. Grand Finals between Aftermath and Pure Luck. Let me just hide my chat log window. Wouldn't be a successful host if I didn't forget that at least once. I swear I've done this before. Ha ha ha. But here we are. Interesting to see, like we mentioned briefly before, Nami was swapped with Ame. Well, most people know them as Ame. Here they are called Kinomoto Sakura. A beautiful name for a terrifying player. We'll see exactly how this goes. Same comps as before. Nothing much has changed. Dragoon Dancer. Pretty strong comp. Lots of pressure. Lots of defensive abilities. And very, very hard to escape from. But the huge burst potential from the side of Pure Luck. With that Samurai, with that Feint, we've seen just how much work it can put in. Let's see how they go. Go for a quick start there. Dragon Sight already coming out, trying to get some damage, preliminary damage onto Seymour here. His Addle was already gone. Still has Drain to protect from healers as well. Now, Meryl needs to be a little bit careful because she has been the prime target previously, but it looks like the Phantom Dart was used on Kinomoto not too successfully there. Does still take a lot of damage, but Seymour choosing to run a very good direction. Very good kiting. And subsequently staying alive quite easily. Now, Neri in a pretty okay spot. He does still have Bloodbath. Might want to hold out until he has Feint again. But with Seymour being gone on, being forced to use that Addle onto Kino, it's definitely going to... It's a lot of back and forth and not much is happening. But the hard swap onto Unhu with that Phantom Dart. Neri didn't even commit Feint to that, so they can keep going, and he's going to want to. Look at this. Oh...
It's the same as last series. Every time Pure Luck kills something, it's absolutely lightning fast. It's just blink it and you miss it once again.
As much as in the past, plenty of people, including myself and Levine, have said that Samurai, in our minds, is a little less valuable compared to the other melees. But you have to understand what we're comparing it to and for what the general crowd for that is. Here, played perfectly, Samurai is nigh unkillable. And just
again.
The huge damage, almost getting Unhu down a second time.
By the way, for the first time ever in this tournament, Aftermath is losing in mana. So, pressure on the side of Pure Luck currently.
It's definitely really hard. The respectful dash away, the en avant away from Neri's dash is exactly what you want to see. And in my mind, this is a certain amount of dominance establishment. Telling Unhu that you can't just pick up 150 medals against us and expect to get away unscathed. A lot of back and forth. A tank LB was forced out of Meryl there. Good timing. The Meteor being used by Seymour. Who's it going to hit? Only Unhu, but it is culling time, and this is an incredibly dangerous position to be in. But Neri, very timely Soten. Still almost going down very low on health. Chiten does come up just in time. And it's so deadly to try and go on a Samurai during culling when they have Chiten, because you could very well just maim yourself trying to kill them. Phantom Dart onto Unhu. Oh, the Wolf's Heart spawns during all of this. Let's see what happens. They're still going on to Neri, but now, oh, the Limit Break coming out. Who's it going to go on? Ooh, so close onto Kinomoto, but he's still alive. Neri does have the Feint, but he's so low. He needs to be incredibly careful. Does he have the dash available? He has Chitin, but they can just brute force through this. Ooh.
Also, while all of that was happening, Taru secured the Wolf's Heart, so it's incredibly disastrous for Pure Luck here.
Ooh, it's definitely a rough spot. Oh, and they get a follow-up kill onto Seymour. Very, very unlucky timing there. The mana discrepancy is just gonna get worse and worse, and they're using this opportunity to go on to heal us, taking him down very, very low. The Protector's used 400 health to his name. Very, very low. He's completely out of mana. He can't cure 2 at all. Oh, this is so close. But he does manage to hold off. But realistically, this wasn't even Aftermath's goal. Now that Healers is completely drained of mana, anyone is a target. And oh!
What
And
happened?
you miss it!
Bruh. Wow.
I didn't see it coming at all.
I don't think I've ever seen Ardo die with Rampart up.
Oh, don't do that
Holy.
again!
That's so... That was an incredibly pivotal kill for them. The mana is still slowly but steadily climbing back up for Helos.
Oh,
It's
we're
kind
even
of
now.
okay that Seymour died there. They're back to even. Helos desperately needs to regen mana. Desperately. So I think that letting Seymour die there a little earlier would have been a much better call. Now the Feint coming out, doing big damage, trying again onto Ardo, because Ardo did retake medals back up to 100. Forcing out the Rampart there. Defensives coming out, the big swap onto Kinomoto with the huge Phantom Dart!
It saved Marin. Marin would have died if they didn't kill Kinomoto right now.
Oh, are we sure that Seymour and Neri are not the same person? They are so in sync. They are like, are we sure that that's like Italy and Poland? It's not just the same country. That's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Someone doesn't know geography, and it's not me this time. But it's fine. I mean, my Eastern
Are we using
European
our-
brethren coming out with that limit break onto Kinomoto again. They're just trying to abuse the lack of defensives, the Feint, the Phantom Dart, forcing out the Protect. Incredible caster limit break! Holy!
Down again!
Oh,
They're
wow.
just not having it. Gods indeed do bleed in this tournament because Pure Luck takes game 1.
Oh, my
Actually,
gosh.
this is the first time a team won a game against Aftermath.
Yeah, this is
Isn't it?
Aftermath's first round loss.
I mean, whatever they're doing it right. They needed 2 games to warm up earlier, and then they're just like going every burst so clean.
Look
Wow.
at the healing difference between Taro and Helos. Look at how much harder Pure Luck is having to work for these scenarios. You might initially think that that's exactly how it is, but to be fair though, the bursts from Pure Luck was so fantastic that it's look. What are you meant to do against that?
Can't blame Ardo there for dying. That was a clean hard swap out of nowhere.
Incredibly clean. We will we will have to leave the instance very quickly. There was a slight disconnect, I think. Or there might be a roster swap. Yeah, it does seem like there is a little bit of a roster swap happening here. So, looks like the gloves are coming off.
Yeah, remember in the Hypno Squirrel best of 5 when they almost lost the second game, Aftermath, and then they just went really angry the third one. But this is scary now. This is really scary.
I will quickly put the party finder back up to allow for the swap to occur. Damn, that was actually a pretty convincing victory from the side of Pure Luck in my eyes.
Oh, we're getting player swaps here.
Oh,
Player swaps.
we are
we are.
indeed.
But who will be the last one to join?
That's.
I think
we-
I know who it is. I think we all know who's coming.
Yeah, I think there's a certain dragon that would like to have a word with the Pure Luck guys.
A dragon? Or maybe something else.
I mean, yeah. I mean, oh, actually, yeah. I know, that would be.
I mean, come on. I think we all know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
I close my eyes. Tell us why must we wander?
So the final starts now, right?
It was just a warm-up.
It seems everybody is now back again. So, customary checks. Everybody seems to be ready once again. This is where it gets very hard. Very, very hard. Having both Ame and Nami on the together at the same time is gonna be incredibly hard.
So we have Uno going out for Nami and Ardo going out for Venny in this one.
Yeah, Wenny Warrior. Oof. Now that's I don't envy anybody who has to go up against that matchup. Let's see if anything changes here. We're going back in for the second round of the Grand Finals. After a little bit of a roster shift, we're back in again. Kinomoto, Ame on that Dragoon, Nami on, oh dearie dearie me, signature Black Mage. And Wenny coming in on the Warrior.
The scariest thing you can see in solo queue when you're like, oh, yeah, oh no.
Yeah.
Nami's in the enemy team.
This is gonna be hard. The positioning is gonna need to be absolutely flawless from the side of Pure Luck to be able to deal with this kind of pressure. This is gonna be hard. But we've already seen them take a round against 2 out of 4 of these players. And especially against the other favorite team to win, Aftermath, they ended up winning overall. Yeah, it was incredibly clutch, but still. The potential is there, and they have 1 round already under their belts. Going for the quick start. Trying to get damage onto Wenny, actually. Forcing out the Rampart. He's likely going to use that on Shake It Off afterwards. Giving everybody that shield. No, actually, he chooses to let it run out. He's going to save the shield for a more opportune moment. Neri being incredibly aggressive, going so far up, but unfortunately being addled. The Soten away as well. Very, very nicely done. The Stardiver did follow him, but it's not enough to kill. Now, especially, this is something that Neri didn't have to deal with in the previous composition of Aftermath. Now he's got addled to worry about. And this can get really, really rough to try and actually deal damage. They're trying for it. The faint Phantom Dart onto Nami, but the positioning is so good. Already out of there. Gone.
And already look at the mana. Look at the mana difference between healers and Taru. It's insane.
Oh, it's not even in the same league anymore. Having to heal off so much damage. If they don't get a kill, if Pure Luck don't get a kill soon, then this is going to be incredibly rough. The art of running and gunning is incredibly impressive. Oh, jeez. Both of these teams.
The pressure is so much.
Yeah, the pressure is so huge, and they don't get either adrenaline box. This is the real one, lads. As I was saying, running and gunning is something that a lot of players struggle with, but when you have basically a full team capable of doing that, if you aren't able to immediately kill within a single burst window, and you don't have the pressure that you would do if you were maybe running a Dragoon or something, it's so very hard. And I think this is where... Ooh, a Phantom Dart onto Tara, actually. But they won't get too much out of it. This is where the downsides of Samurai become much more exemplified. Because you're stuck in this limbo of, do I pressure or do I burst? If I burst, I get addled. If I pressure, I just get stifled by so many other things. He's managing to hold on, but they're doing a lot of damage here. And again, while the mana difference has come a little bit closer than before, there's no way, right?
Very low. Holding the rampart.
Well, he does
Also,
have tank LB, so...
Yeah.
Meryl under focus. Oh,
Yeah,
we'll
this
start in 7.
is the opportunistic type of gameplay that you can expect to see. Knowing that Meryl has nothing available, and a perfect opportunity to counterburst there. Luckily, the Shoha from Neri was actually committed to the Wolf's Heart. They absolutely needed this. If they didn't get the Wolf's Heart, then they may as well have just 600'd it.
And no, Taru is low mana. He is the one at disadvantage.
Another situation of luck here for pure luck.
It's still rough though, and Metal Split is quite good. They're
Onto
going on to Taru. 552 health. They're trying to make him run out of mana as much as possible. Meryl, so low, unfortunately, does fall with the Rampart available. And the healer limit break was just a little too late. It's a pretty rough spot. But there is still plenty of opportunity to get back. Healus with the Wolf's Heart has regenerated a lot of MP here. Taru, meanwhile, very much the reverse situation. Wenny getting incredibly low, using a Rampart quite late, but he does still survive. Ooh.
They still cannot kill.
Every burst is being counterburst into a kill. It's incredibly rough to deal with.
This medal distribution is actually disgusting, by the way. This is the kind of medal distribution that makes it borderline impossible to come back. It's still doable, but if either Neri or Healus dies, oh, the limit break got cancelled. You hate to see it. You know, they're just continuing to go on to Seymour because they know that if the Black Mage dies, then any and all kill pressure vanishes with it. They're trying to go on to Wenny again, but the Rampart is always there. It's always there to meet the Phantom Dart. It's very, very well done. Neri getting incredibly low as well. Trying to get as much damage as possible with less than a minute left. 50 seconds remaining. It's going to be really tough. There will be a culling time, but is it really going to be enough for them? Now Seymour darted once again, stunned in place. Adel coming out a little bit later than expected. The drain is there too, but with the medal discrepancy, I think this round just got away from pure luck. Ooh.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
Bahamut proves too strong in this one.
It's so hard. It's so hard in this situation. What are you supposed to do when you're so far behind and you just don't have kill pressure? When the enemy healer is literally out of mana and still no one can die. It's a rough one.
Some bursts were incredibly close, but the counter bursts were just on point. They were just locking targets and then just shooting them down one after the other.
And you could see there as well for a brief second the damage chart at the end there. Seymour with only about 238,000 damage. And that just goes to show how much effort is being expended to stop him in his tracks.
Oh, absolutely. Did they know if they disable him, there's not really a lot they can do to get kills, so it's incredibly rough.
It really, really is. And the other thing as well, Neri did end up actually dying this time around. Compared to against Aftermath, he was able to stay alive the whole time, rocking Bloodbath and Feint. Depending on how this goes, he might opt for Arm's Length. After all, Arm's Length is technically also party mitigation. Against somebody like a Dragoon, for instance, the cleave from Giskogel or from Nestrond or even Stardiver is incidental. You can't control it. And so if in the attempt of going for somebody like Seymour, Kinomoto accidentally cleaves Neri as well, then that's a 10% damage reduction that they have to deal with. Just a thought, it might not come up. I do still value the Feint, but sacrificing Bloodbath on Samurai is not something that I want to do. So it's just a really tough spot. A very quick dart onto Kinomoto. He does get addled as well by Seymour. Trying to buy himself some time here. The Dragon Sight does come out. And the big, big burst onto Neri as well. After the Bloodbath is gone, it's free real estate.
Oh,
No. Protect a tiny bit too late, I think.
Yeah, that was a bold, brave attempt to keep the Protect there. But I think the Soten actually went too far, and Helis was actually outranged. There definitely was a brief moment in which healing could have occurred, but it didn't. I think Neri literally dashed too far away. You hate to see it. Now getting some big damage onto Meryl as well, knowing full well that she doesn't have the Rampart available, but she is in Blue Drawn Junction, so she does have that 10% damage reduction available. Now, a good Bow Shock coming out, applying Heavy to both Kinomoto and Wenny. Heavy, criminally underrated crowd control here. It does amount to some kind of mitigation, but against this team, it's so hard to do anything. Outranging, being slept by Taru there. Neri went for a good burst, but Taru said, "Nah, bruv, you good." Very well timed, and that allowed Aftermath to continue a kill onto Seymour as well. This is a really, really rough spot for Pure Luck. They're 200 medals down. It's still absolutely doable, but they need to be incredibly careful, especially when so much is coming out. And Bloodbath in these situations, it's just perfectly synced up. Adel from Nami is always there. You want to heal from Bloodbath? You want to heal from the damage that you deal? Well, how about you do 40% less of that? It adds up really quickly.
absolutely insane. Both healers going close to Wolf's Heart into the time frame where it spawns with equal mana, pretty much. So still, I think Pure Luck needs it to get an advantage because they're really struggling to get kills here.
A very good tank limit break coming out from Wenny as well, knowing that he didn't have any of his actual defensives available. Does buy some time, won't have that back for quite some time though. Kinomoto does get the Phantom Dart, gets very, very low, but Taru is just so good at healing these. The other thing is that the bursts are so infrequent, it seems, from Pure Luck, that Taru always has lilies available to heal his team. Every single time. And he gets the Wolf's Heart again. Now, going into culling time, a good tank LB from Meryl. Hitting everybody. That does buy some time, but maybe it was used a little bit too early. Actually, it does catch the initial bit of the Phantom Dart, but is it going to be enough? A big limit break coming out onto Seymour, unfortunately.
They could have get it if Seymour was alive, or maybe 1 or 2 GCD, but sadly.
And it's such a hard fought battle here, especially against this team. After your DPS dies, especially Samurai and Black Mage, there is a set time in which they need to rebuild their resources, to be able to actually go and burst again. And if you just keep applying the pressure and keep killing them over and over again, then you're fine. You're good, fam. You don't need to worry about them killing you, because it takes time to get to Xenoglossy. It takes time to build Shoha. It takes time to build Kenki. And Aftermath is abusing this to their advantage. Yes, they've tried to go on Meryl a few times as well, but it's literally not important anymore. Keep the DPS down and you'll be absolutely fine. Boxers do spawn again. No one... Aftermath doesn't need to go for them. Pure Luck has no opportunities to go for them. And it's just so much.
Rough. It's really rough.
Quite literally drowning in pressure. There's nothing they can do currently.
This is actually impressive from healers to be able to heal this much with his mana pool.
Especially having lost the Wolf's Heart previously. Oh, that's a whiffed. That's a whiffed caster. I'll be right there. I think that was actually very important to hit in this particular round. They are still going as far as they can when he does predict the burst onto himself and does Rampart in time. Now it's just a matter of waiting it out. Again, even if Pure Luck, in the same situation as before, even if Pure Luck gets a kill, it's not going to be enough. They need at least 2. Actually, they might need more than 2 now that I think about it. This is rough. Rough, rough, rough.
Luck has run out, as it seems.
The limit break is there, but again, salt in the wounds. The healer limit break from Taro is immediately there. There's just nothing there.
Nothing they can do.
Teemo is down again.
And a parting shot.
It was really rough for
Look at
Neri
this.
as
Look
well.
at that.
Damage. Oh my god. That is quite disgusting. Actually, that's really disgusting.
I wouldn't want to heal with kind of damage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Potentially match point for Aftermath here. Pure Luck is going to need to try really, really hard. And I think it's just a case of finding the opportunities to deal the damage. Of course, you are weakest. You are at your weakest when you are going to burst somebody. So if Pure Luck can find a way to get the damage out during the enemy's burst phase, they should be able to get some kills.
Yeah, but you saw it. Taro is also using sleep defensively. He's shutting down Neri when Nami can add her after. So they are trying to shut down almost Holly's burst. It's very hard.
We still know they can do it though. They have done it in game 1, they have done it in the last series. When they get it right, it's insta deaths. Every time. So can they do it now?
Ah, but it's so hard, especially with the nascent flashes coming out from Wenny. He knows how to use them. He knows how to optimize them to get the maximum healing possible, and it's so hard. Plus the Addle, which as mentioned before, wasn't a factor previously. Now, big damage onto Seymour, the immediate dart, so much damage. When you have this many damage ups, Phantom Dart in a Chaos, and Dia, disgusting.
Winnie solo. No.
Ooh. Nah, he's fine, question mark? Nah, he's fine.
It's fine.
Now he's trying to go for some deep dashes there onto Nami. Trying to get as much damage as possible. Meryl is staying behind to pressure Nami. Might give an opportunity, but maybe Meryl stayed too far in for too long. Unfortunately, going down. And you can see that the pressure is... It's constant. It is a continuous line. As soon as Meryl died, immediately Neri had Xenoglossy put on him and immediately started getting piercing talons to the face. There is no hesitation, no delay.
Oh, huge burst! Oh,
ooh! Okay, good, good, good. This is exactly what Pure Luck needed, and maybe it could have been a little bit more in their favor if Kinomoto had died after using defensives. Then that would have been fine. Respawning with both of those up, gonna make it a little bit less desirable. Both boxes once again go to the side of Aftermath. They're so good at securing these, even against a team like Pure Luck, who previously has gotten basically all of them.
And that's with the man down, by the way. They got both boxes F3, so that's just a big move, really.
Yeah. Now it's going to be really hard. Neri does get sucked, but the Skydiver does wake him up. Meryl did pick up the medals, actually, from Kinomoto's death. So, back at 100. Ooh! This is very big.
Did not expect this.
This is exactly what they needed. They need to be very, very careful here. Neri does pick up those medals, but Neri is actually a lot easier to kill than in previous games. So this is going to be really, really hard, and especially this game, when you have the lead, when you finally have the lead against Aftermath, you need that Wolf's Heart. You have to secure it. Oh, but Neri's so low! No!
Build the Wolf's Heart.
So close.
Where was the protect? Where was the protect?
He died by using bloodbath. Sadly, what happened? He couldn't make use of it.
Who's gonna get the
Ah,
Wolfsat now?
the Nightwing.
Optima.
The Nightwing from Nami on to heal us, preventing him from using his Afflatus Misery on the box. It's clever Black Mage sleep usage that really
LB
makes a
going out.
difference. Big LB almost getting it, forcing out a tank LB from Wenny. However, there is still a healer limit break. Cast limit break going out, hitting 3 people on the side of Pure Luck. This is dangerous, dangerous territory, especially for Neri, who's currently sitting at only about half health. It's closer than it was before, and Kinomoto did re-pick up medals, so he's sitting at 112. If they can get him back, the defensive home gang onto Neri, preventing some damage. But now, maybe they wanted this! It's big brain time! Oh my god. It's actual galaxy brain hours right here. Neri knew he would be pulled back, and immediately hard swapped onto Wenny. Good lord. This man... Someone stop him.
Man is like a weapon of mass destruction, honestly. It's like... He's been unleashed!
They want to win.
They really
yeah.
do, but Seymour's in a really unfortunate position of having 100 medals. Even if they kill Seymour, Aftermath will still be behind in medals. Not by much, but they will be behind. Oh, and you can see that if Helis wasn't as on it with the healing as he is, the synchronized Nestrond, Thunder 3 procs, and Xenoglossies are incredibly powerful.
Anna in favor of Pure Luck this time. Even
Just
though-
barely.
Just a tiny bit.
Let him die. Let him die. Yeah, it's fine. Let Seymour die. Save your mana.
Hino has still Mew LB. Just came up. Really scary.
Ooh, this is gonna be really rough. Neri needs to be very quick with dodging away. He needs to outrange that limit break. Because no one else has anything. Kinomoto going very low with that Phantom Dart. Still sitting on that limit break. Probably looking to use it right here. He wants to do it. This corridor gaming is so deadly. So very deadly. They're going on him again. They're going for Seymour.
Oh.
They just need to kill Seymour and they'll have enough to win. Being home ganged back. Phantom Dart on him. Protect as well. Staying alive. 22 seconds remaining. How much longer?
is ready for burial.
If they use this, they'll be okay. Oh, limit break coming out! On to heal us! No!
So heartbreaking. Oh my god. Tank LB being... Oh.
Tank LB wouldn't have saved.
Yeah, Tank LB wouldn't have helped.
I know.
It wouldn't have saved.
Oh. Well,
What an upset.
What a great comeback. They almost made it.
Almost. Very hard fought.
let it be known, gods can bleed, but they are not dying today.
Not today. Very well played from both teams. Commiserations to Pure Luck. Congratulations for making it this far. And of course, congratulations overall to Aftermath, your grand finalists.
Incredible.
Only dropping one game the entire tournament, not in the final, against the second best team here. It's just absolutely insane. Bahamut has come, and we shall perish.
Yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason it went that way. Damn. The quality of games today has been absolutely, like, out of this world. And I couldn't have asked for a better finish for this whole tournament. It's been an amazing few weeks. I'm so glad. I'm really happy about how everything's turned out. Incredible teams. And I think overall the quality, the overall skill of our community, of us as a community, has significantly risen as a result of this tournament. Just being able to play against each other in such high skill, such demanding situations, absolutely results in just skyrocketing with just the general skill. So Yeah, absolutely amazing. Once again, congratulations to Aftermath for being the victors. It was closer than people thought. That's for sure.
It was
Absolutely.
incredible. Yeah.
They didn't go down without a fight in no game. No team today did actually. Even the 3-0 was close, especially the second game there. So just a great day of Feast, honestly.
Absolutely. Couldn't have asked for a better finish. Whew, but now I'm dead. We are dead. All of us are. We have ceased to thank you forever.
Helmut killed us.
Oh,
She did it.
Feast is quite something, especially after a game like that. So, I guess that's the wrap up for everything now. So yeah, that's the end. That's how it went. I'm happy. I'm happy. I hope everybody else is happy as well. It's been a blast being able to cast these with everybody as well that I've had the pleasure of doing it with. Today specifically, big thanks to Lilia and Issei for joining me at the casting quote-unquote desk.
Thank you.
Big shout out to all of the previous casters as well, to Lolo, to Laurie, Levine, Meryl, Neri as well, and Belial as well. And everybody from behind the scenes, Dane, Kiwi, for all of the assets and everything. Bit of a revival Discord thing. There's obviously the PvP revival Discord. Lots of things that you can do there. They host plenty of events, including rival wings. So if you want to participate in that, be sure to head on over and give them some love, because they have been helped us with promotion and advertising as well. And yeah, reward screen. Rewards, of course, rewards. So, Aftermath is getting the grand prize. This is, I mean, it's great. And you can see that most everyone that participated does get something worthwhile here. I think, of course, the best reward is definitely the Totoro hand-drawn avatars. Priceless. Absolutely priceless. And of course, who was it who won on the spin the wheel? I don't recall.
Yeah, Rosaga and Solid Boobs.
Was it?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Ah, well, congratulations to them as well for winning the bonus prize. Be sure, of course, to also give a follow to Tatoro Toro over on Twitch and on Twitter at Tatoro Toro. You can also follow a bunch of other people as well, including myself if you want, /Barney_D2 on Twitch, and as well as all of the other people as well. Like, just be sure to give everybody a good love, a good love. I can't even speak anymore. English is broken today. With that, I am gonna bring it to a close, because otherwise I'll just ramble forever until the end of time. Thank you, everybody. This brings a close to the Coliseum of Chaos. Cock o'clock has come and gone. And with that, I bid you all a very good night.